39 years ago, I could see. 39 years ago, we dark hair. 39 years ago today, at just after 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, the crack of high-velocity bullets resounded in the streets of the Bogside. By 4:25 that day, 13 innocent people lay dead and 15 others were seriously injured. The murderous parachute regiment had completed their job, what they were sent in to do, and they walked away proud with the knowledge that their superiors and their government would protect them. But what they did not take into account was the stubbornness and the persistence of the families and the people of Derry. They thought that we would give up, just grieve for our dead, and go away. But we did not. Together, we took on the might of the British establishment, and we won. Against all odds, throughout the years of oppression and scorn, ordinary people rested with an outstanding moral and legal victory over the state that murdered and maimed our peaceful demonstrators that day. No more will the lies of the British establishment or the whitewash of the witchery be repeated to excuse the actions of the British Army on the streets of Derry that day. We have always known and have acknowledged Bloody Sunday was unjustified and unjustifiable. Those words came from the lips of a British Prime Minister after 35 years of silence and denial. These words are now the definition of Bloody Sunday. All those murdered and wounded on Bloody Sunday were innocent. We have always known that, and now the world does as well. All the victims of Bloody Sunday have been exonerated. Their relatives and friends and supporters from across the world have been vindicated. But the Sabbath report is far from perfect. It carries a number of serious flaws and has been accurately described as heavy on innocence, but too light on guilt. Its treatment of Jared Donaghy defies belief. All the evidence says that the nail bombs were planted on him by security forces at the British Army's checkpoint at Craigavon Bridge. The people of Derry know this. The world knows this. How can three judges not? Jared's family and all the families of the Bloody Sunday are very angry and outraged at this finding. We say to Geraldine, Selena and Dennis, to Fuller Paddy and to Murray's memory, we will not rest until we get Jared's name completely cleared. The report also ring-fences the blame of Bloody Sunday around a few soldiers and one officer. It refuses to blame the higher ranks of the British Army and the British establishment for their actions before, on and after that day, when they planned, executed, and then covered up the offence of Bloody Sunday. That is wrong. But the core message is inexcusable and unavoidable. Innocence has been proven and accepted. The truth has at last been acknowledged. Today, we celebrate our victory with pride, but we must also recognize that many other injustices have yet to be put right. We ask you to give your support to the many families in our city and across the rest of Ireland who are crying out for truth and justice for their loved ones who were killed by state forces. As you stood side by side with us for so many years, we plead with you to stand by them, support them in their fight. We, the Bloody Sunday families, pledge our full support. Although we celebrate here today, we are also very sad that so many people who were part of our campaign over the long, hard years are no longer with us. Many family members have passed away, and 7 of those wounded on the day are now dead. Just this past year, John Duddy and Mary Doherty, staunch campaigners through our long years, passed away. Our thoughts are with them all today. To finish with, we would like to thank the people from the city and from all over the world who supported us through our long campaign. To put it simple, we could not have done it without you. On behalf of the Bloody Sunday families, thank you. Our victory is your victory.